The Upside Down World Podcast.
1, 3, 2, 1, stop.
Welcome everyone
Merry
to
Christmas!
Merry Christmas to a very, very special episode of the Upside Down World Podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just, sorry, the Upside Down Podcast. I can't even get it right today. Gosh.
It's 'cause
The
it's Christmas.
Upside Down Podcast on Christmas Eve. How exciting is that? And, well, as you can see, we're videoing it. If I look past you, it's because I'm also looking at the screen where we're recording and stuff. We were hoping to do this as a live stream, but I've got no cameras on any of my computer, and we just thought, no, this would be easier. And then, of course, Lee can do his amazing sound effects as well.
I can. I dreamt last night that we actually played together over the internet. I thought, what a lovely idea. And I woke up this morning thinking that we was actually going to do a song in my mind. And it literally was only about 10 minutes ago that I thought to myself, there's no way we can do a song. You're on the other... The lag on the internet is going to be so big that by the time you hear what I'm playing, you're not going to be able to sing over the top of it.
Yeah, I think you need really good internet connection to do that. There are sort of sites where you can do things like that, but they're not always very good. But anyway, so are you all set for Christmas, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I'm actually this year I'm super organised because obviously with COVID stuff, I thought no one, you're never going to get any presents in December, so I did most of it in November. Really, I did loads of it.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it all just sort of fell into place. But because you're not seeing anyone either, you can tell most people don't get nothing, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, I mean, to me, Christmas is such a non-event anyway. I've still got a couple of things to kind of Amazon to a couple of people, but I don't really do much anyway. I just do my roast chicken with usually my lodger.
Yeah.
And that's nice. And he gives me loads of chocolate and I give him vodka.
Everyone's
So,
a winner.
that's easy. But, because it's being videoed, I've actually got my Christmas tree right here. Hang on. So I'm doing this for the camera. Because Lee can't see me at the moment, just you can. But this is my Christmas tree. My friend Ria gave it to me about 20 odd years ago.
It's new then.
Yeah, it's tiny. I mean, it's very little and light, and it's that's my Christmas tree. I've had it for 20 odd years. So thank you, Ria. It's still no. It's tiny. It's only about 6 inches tall.
Right.
But I've got no Christmas decorations, nothing like that. I'm so bar humbug, but I can't be bothered with Christmas myself,
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. And just for the viewers, because it's not just listeners. No, I don't usually wear a wig to do a podcast. But as you know, Lee, I haven't dyed my hair for like every 4 months because we work from home. And I look like a badger. So I thought, no, I'm not, I don't want you to start realising how old I am. So I thought that this is nice and easy. So I'm wearing a wig. And the nice thing, you can only see the sort of top bit of me, my head really. So I'm still wearing pyjamas and fluffy slippers.
Are you? Oh, that's I'm in my studio, which hasn't got any Christmas decorations, so I'm wearing my Christmas hat.
Right.
And to make it a bit more Doris Brendel, I've got my goggles on top of it. And,
Perfect.
And I've got my gig coat on to remind you all that we are Doris Brendel really, and not some weirdos that have taken Doris Brendel and Lee Dunham hostage. I really am.
They can't see that much of me on my camera because it's really close to me. So it's just my head really.
Oh, can they? Right. Okay. Yeah. No.
It's my head and the microphone and bits of my room and the keyboards and stuff in the background. But you'll see anyway when I send you the files. But anyway, I mean, if you are listening, it's Christmas Eve when this goes out, and I hope you're ready. Hope you're whatever you're doing, if you're doing anything. But the nice thing is that various people sent us some special Christmas questions. And if you're not familiar with this podcast, if this is your first dive, it's not meant to be serious. It's nothing to do. We're not allowed to talk about anything depressing like Brexit or coronavirus or anything like that. We stay well away. And we've had some special... I'm looking at a piece of paper. Looking at some special Christmas questions.
Ooh, Christmas questions. Yeah.
And should we dive straight in with a question from Paul Monkhouse? Now, Paul Monkhouse is we can always rely on him to give us some daft questions.
Paul.
So straight in with this one. Are sprouts necessary for a proper Christmas Day dinner, and who actually likes them?
What? Yes.
And see, I like sprouts.
Oh, yes. Yes.
They're not like my favourite vegetable, but I do like them, and they're really nice at Christmas. And my Lodger Dean really likes them as well. He loves sprouts. The trick with sprouts is not to overcook them.
Yes, it is.
They've got to be al dente.
Yes.
In the middle, you know, they've still got to be slightly chewy in the middle. And then they're marvellous.
See, but Brussels sprouts is my favourite vegetable.
Really?
It's my favourite. I grow them in my garden. I've got tons in my garden at the moment. I have fresh Brussels sprouts as much as I can get them. I love Brussels sprouts. My son hates them. He hates them, and my daughter loves them with me. Us two, we're just Brussels sprout mad. We love them. Well, you should. It's not so good.
No, but they're great. But I think the problem is that so many people overcook vegetables.
Oh, yeah, they do, yeah. They become a sloshy mess. You're better off. If you're going to overcook vegetables, you're actually better drinking the water that you boiled the vegetables in than you are on eating the vegetables.
But it smells. You know, like it's like cabbage. Cabbage is so great. Cabbage is delicious. But if you overcook cabbage, it smells like a sewer.
It's horrible.
It's really disgusting. I mean, cabbage literally just needs to touch the water and it's ready.
Yeah, well, you can eat cabbage raw. I like it raw.
Oh,
anyway.
I always eat. Well, in salads and things, but Brussels sprouts are fabulous. You just have to don't overcook them. Lovely. Make sure they're still slightly crunchy in the middle, and they are just the best thing ever. Yeah. So I'm sorry, Paul, we're not with you. We like Brussels. Everyone in this house likes Brussels.
Yeah, I don't think he said he didn't like them. Did he?
Sorry?
I don't think Paul Monkhouse said that he didn't like Brussels sprouts. I think he just was asking the question are they necessary? And the answer is yes, that is necessary.
No, he does say who actually likes them. So that kind of insinuates that he thinks they're horrible.
Not sure. Who actually likes them? Well, the answer is we do.
We do, Paul.
We do.
We do.
If
we like Brussels.
If you don't like them, send them over to me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Christmas Day. Just put them on my plate. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to be getting some sprouts. Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. Definitely.
So, shall we move on? Because we've got quite a few to get through, and the way that we keep diverting. Another one from Paul. Surely everyone should get a copy of Mass Hysteria, regardless of whether they've been naughty or nice.
Yes.
I'm not going to disagree with that, am I, Paul? I mean...
No. I sent Santa a little message saying, I'm sure that you're going to be overrun with orders of Mass Hysteria. So, if you run out, or if your elves can't make the artwork properly, then give us a shout and we'll send you some of ours. But he said no, he's got it all under control. So,
do you reckon Santa's got his own account with Amazon?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely, yes. Talking about Amazon, on a serious note, for the listener, all right, I want to remind everybody to try not to use, I know you've probably done it already and it is Christmas Eve, but if you're doing your Christmas Eve shopping, if you're a man, like normal men do their shopping on Christmas Eve at the very last minute, if you can help it, try not to buy your stuff from Amazon, because there's loads of little businesses out there that could do with your money a little bit more this year than normal. And Amazon really, really, really do not need your money. Whereas
do you know what else? A lot of the time you can actually find it cheaper than on Amazon. Amazon is not always the cheapest.
No.
There are certain things where you just can't find it anywhere else, at a reasonable price. I just bought some because obviously I've got this acoustic CD coming out.
Yeah.
And
What's it called? Glass Houses, isn't it?
Glass House, yeah.
Glass House.
And it's the latest instalment of my home doodle musical musings. And I started getting the orders in, and I realised that I was about to run out of black toner, because obviously I have to do a lot of delivery notes. And then I realised I didn't have enough envelopes. And then I realised I was running out of paper.
Oh, you're doing really well, weren't you?
It was just all going off at the same time. But luckily I left, plenty of time. That's a nice thing about doing pre-orders. You got a bit of time to sort these things out. And I was looking for paper, and it was ridiculously expensive on Amazon. I mean, seriously, I was just going... And I thought, I don't want to have to wait till my shop, because sometimes I just get it from the supermarket.
Yeah.
So I looked online, and there's local, UK stationers that do really good deals on paper. Again, I ordered it from one of those, and I got it the next day.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's lots of little companies that do really good delivery. They can do next day delivery like Amazon do.
I mean, toner is the worst one. Toner can take forever to get here, and I can't figure out why. But the paper, it was just an independent paper place, and next day delivery, box, perfect. Really good and really good price. So there you go. It's worth shopping around. I know Amazon is really convenient, and I am guilty. I am guilty.
So I haven't done any. I haven't done any. I didn't use Amazon once. I did it on purpose. I did not give Jeff Bezos a penny.
Oh, well
I didn't
done.
give him any, because he's got enough money. That's what I thought. So I really tried hard to find little independents to give my money to.
See, it's really, I've got a few addresses set up on my Amazon account of people that I send things to. I say frequently, but that like you guys.
Yeah.
So it just makes it so much easier.
Yeah, no, it does.
It really does.
Yeah.
I have to admit, but no, it's a really, really good point. So
there you go. I realise that this is probably a bit late to tell you guys this, but because it's Christmas Eve.
I think everyone knows on some level. I think it's just making that decision to take a little bit longer to do something about it.
That's the hardest bit.
And I do try. It's like getting. People order mass hysteria from Amazon, as I kind of mentioned it, but I think more people order it from my website. So they're obviously doing it. People are doing it, and it makes such a difference.
Yeah, it does. It makes such a difference. It's cheaper as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for the Amazon orders, I get paid about 3 months in arrears.
Do you?
I know. And a lot less as well. But I mean, it is what it is. It's still better than streaming.
Yeah. Oh, blimey, that's not hard, is it?
No.
Fair, I could have an adult paper round and still get paid more money than streaming give me.
I know, and it's so hard to know what to do about it, because, again, I was thinking about this the other day. I am guilty of a lot of this, because it's easy. Like, for those of you who don't know, me and Lee have worked together for ever.
Yeah, it feels like that, doesn't it?
20 years, and. We're professional musicians, which means we have to do all sorts of jobs. So when we're not touring, a really good way for us musicians to earn a bit of extra money is doing covers gigs. So when we're doing cover shows and we have to learn a new song, I don't buy that new song. I go on YouTube and find it.
Yeah.
And I print out the lyric. I find the lyrics online. I print them out, and I just learn it on YouTube, and then we go and play it live. So I'm just as guilty. Yeah. Though that is a kind of jobbing thing. It's not because I like the song. It's because other people want to hear it usually. But I know how convenient it is. But I think especially with the smaller bands like us, the not famous people, we really rely on people not just streaming, and that goes for all the bands in my situation, which is kind of most bands, I have to say. We're not wealthy. It's really hard to make money making albums. I count myself lucky when I break even, especially with touring.
That's right. We did work together, though. We have worked together when you had to do that. We were talking about this the other day, and we didn't have the access to the internet at all. I mean, we were working together before the internet, strangely enough, before 2000 anyway, where there was no internet. And when we were working out, and we were talking about this, one of the songs that we had to learn was Smells Like Teen Spirit from Nirvana.
Oh,
And we were talking about this the other day, and we were trying to learn that song. Oh, not trying to learn it, but obviously the only way you can get that song is to Napster, I think, was around, but I didn't know how to use it, and I didn't know how to get it. So the only way that you could work the song is to actually buy it. So you have to buy the album, which is not a bad thing, 'cause it's a great album. So you buy the Nirvana album, then you have to sit down, listen to it, and then the funny bit was trying to work out the lyrics of what he's saying, because obviously there's no way to find out. And
you should have seen my original lyrics. Oh my God. I think I had it even on cassette even, and I kept rewinding. I mean, this is more than 20 years. I mean, that I did that.
Yeah.
But I kept rewinding it, going, what is he saying? And when I finally actually saw the real lyrics to that song, I think every second word was wrong. It was so wrong.
Brilliant, though. I mean, we had to do it with every song, and also you had to buy every song. If you didn't have the song, you had to work it out.
Well, we'd share, wouldn't it? It would be like, who's got it? Got it?
That's right. You share it.
And then we'd go, oh yeah, no, I've got it. I'll send it to you. You know, so. We used to do it that way.
I remember putting loads of music through my books as a professional musician. You're obviously self-employed, but I remember I could buy virtually any album. That was a good bit about it, is that you could go and buy any albums and put it through your books, because you actually didn't really buy it for the songs. You're buying it so you could copy it to be able to play it. So you could put all that through your books. So
absolutely,
Mr. Taxman was awesome, because he bought all my CD collection for me, or tape collection anyway, that I've now thrown away. But anyway.
See, musicians don't earn a lot of money, but we can put an awful lot of stuff through our expenses.
That's true.
You know, stage clothes, music, you know, Homer's office, all the, you know, we're quite good like that. But then, you know, just earning enough money to pay tax in the first place is an achievement.
I was going to say, if I get over that limit where I actually have to pay tax, I'm quite impressed with myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, shall we? Let's go to Paul. Question number 3.
Right.
Are the people who write Christmas cracker jokes allowed out for the rest of the year? Well, they're not at the moment, Paul, because they have to isolate.
I reckon that's a really hard job, actually, to be fair. Writing Christmas cracker jokes, because there's only so many jokes. I mean, being in the entertainment industry, we've played at all the entertainment places. So you play at Butlins, you play at all these other places, and you get to see comedians die on their asses. I tell you, you're absolutely honest. And sometimes they're really good, and sometimes they're really poor.
No, but the big problem with those places is that they're generally family places. So the trick is, there's loads of comedians who are kind of okay. But there's not many who don't swear or have dirty jokes.
Well, that's the hardest bit. But that's exactly the same as being in a Christmas cracker. A Christmas cracker joke has got to be funny but clean, and that's the hardest joke to have. If you've got a clean and funny joke.
Yeah,
I've got a clean and funny joke.
Because I remember there was one guy at Butlins who was cleaning up because he had a whole set of clean material.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the comedians were struggling because they had so much of it, and then they kind of didn't have quite enough for a full set.
That's it. Do you want to hear my funny clean joke?
Oh, go on then.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Why did the baker's hands smell?
Something to do with dough. No, tell me.
Because he needed a poo. See, come on, that's funny.
Oh, very good.
Now that joke is funny, and everyone laughs about it every time. And that's a good, clean joke that you could put in a Christmas cracker. Now, the problem with the Christmas cracker jokes is the good, clean jokes don't want to be in Christmas crackers because everyone needs them to go and do their Butlins gigs, so they never end up in the crackers. You always get rubbish ones, you see.
I reckon they recycle them. I think there is a handbook of Christmas cracker jokes.
Yeah.
And there's probably a few thousand in there.
Yeah.
And once they get to the end, they just go back to the beginning because people won't remember.
I'm not being funny. You won't if you sell Christmas crackers as a pack of 12, you only need 12 jokes, don't you?
I reckon Paul Monkhouse has got that book.
I reckon he's got the
In his
I reckon he's
toilet,
got book
in his
two.
toilet.
He's got book 2 as well.
So yeah, I don't think anyone, Paul. I don't think anyone writes Christmas cracker jokes anymore. They just go back to the beginning. They've just written them all.
A circle of jokes. I don't know.
Yeah, and then they recycle them and charge for them again.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'll see where you're going with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so
makes
that's
sense.
you know,
Yes,
it's
let's
like
go with
getting
that.
royalties.
Yeah.
I wonder if they get royalties for their jokes.
Oh.
God, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I wonder if you do. I wonder if that actually happens where people.
No.
Well, if you wrote
No,
a joke for someone famous on TV, like Jack D or someone like that, let's say you wrote.
Oh
a
yeah,
joke for
you
him,
would. Yeah,
he
you
must
do
be,
then.
He must. Yeah, he must.
Well, you get royalties or you get just paid for script writing. I think you just get paid for script writing, but
Yeah, maybe.
I suppose it depends on your deal. I don't know. Yeah. I suppose
know
it depends how
anything about it.
famous you are for writing for people.
Me, very. What? Very famous writing jokes for
Me
people.
not
Me.
at all. So let's move on to a question from Chris Foster.
Oh, okay. Hi, Chris.
Can flying Christmas turkeys perform aerobatic stunts?
Flying Christmas I don't even know what a flying. I've never seen a flying Christmas turkey.
Yeah, don't listen, Chris. Christmas turkeys don't fly because they've been fattened up and they would never just get off the
I
ground.
don't think turkeys fly even when they're not fat.
Yeah, I don't think not judging by that really ugly turkey that followed me around in France.
Oh.
that wasn't flying anywhere.
I don't think turkeys fly. Oh, well, maybe they do. I mean, they're birds, but I think they're.
Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah. Yeah, let's find out. Let's start the
Excuse me,
question
I'm
at the
just-
beginning. Do turkeys fly? I mean, is
Right,
it like
okay.
a chicken where it sort of flies, or is it
So
like... it's
can turkeys fly?
yeah,
Hang
can
on.
turkeys fly? Try that. That's a good one.
Wild turkeys are able to fly short distances at considerable speed.
Wow.
They can also run and swim.
But only...
Granted, wild turkeys don't swim often. So domesticated turkeys, no.
Learn something new every time. So if you...
I think they just get, they're quite pretty wild turkeys, actually.
Are they?
I've just seen a picture of one. They don't look like our domesticated turkeys at all.
So do we eat wild turkeys? No.
Well, I'm sure we could.
No, but I mean, it's not the sort... Well, I don't know.
No, they're not the same. They're definitely not the same as domesticated turkeys.
Right, so...
There we go. Look, it says domesticated turkeys are too fat to fly.
Right, so they don't. Right, so we're going with
So
that.
they
That's a
don't
Christmas
use
one.
their breast muscles much, which is why breast meat is white. The breast of a wild turkey is entirely different, darker,
Oh, I bet that's really
and
gamey.
far tastier for those who
Gamey.
are game.
Yes, I can imagine that tastes lovely. Ooh.
Yeah.
So,
So there you go.
Um,
So if you're really posh, you eat wild turkey for Christmas.
yes, you probably would, yeah, with your rabbit and your pheasant alongside it, all wrapped in one.
Yeah, yeah. And your flying wild turkey.
That's it, yeah.
So the question, Chris, is absolutely not. They can't do any stunts.
No.
They just kind of waddle along.
Yeah. What was the question? Can you read the question again? What?
Can flying Christmas turkeys perform aerobatic stunts?
No, because they can't fly.
Because they can't fly.
No. They
I
can,
don't
they do ground stunts though. Like, can they hop? Maybe they can do. Maybe they can do like Michael Flatley dancing. Like,
I reckon
or
they could
tap
play
dance.
Twister.
Yeah, they could do. Yeah, but they've only got 2 feet. You'd have to have like, if they're going to play Twister, it'd just be the 2 feet.
Yeah, but they've got quite a wingspan. Even if they don't use their wings, they could.
That's true. Yeah, I suppose it's yeah.
So I think they'd be quite good.
Yeah.
I had an email questioned,
Ooh.
but without a name. So this is from Eggshell 61325.
Oh, very nice.
Have you played any Christmas songs live, and if so, which ones?
All of them.
All of them.
We've done.
Well, yeah, we've done so many Christmas parties and Christmas at Butlins, and we have to earn our money. Don't shoot the whatever. But obviously Slade.
Yeah, we did Merry Christmas, everybody.
Always a favourite.
The best one
Always
that
a
we did
favourite.
was the Fairy Tale of New York. That one, you
Yeah,
could go down
that's
a tree
great.
because you can play the fiddle and the. I think Huggy used to sing it. I think when we had him in the band.
Yeah, Huggy used to sing it, and we used to, we did sort of harmonies and bits. And, no, that's a great one.
That's a good song. I like that one. Did you know, I think the BBC have been playing that recently and have been beeping out certain parts of the song.
Yes.
That's crazy. Yes. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, because it's because they're insulting each other. And now apparently that's a bit offensive.
It's gone mad.
It's gone mad.
It's gone mad. Don't get it. I'm too old for the world. Oh, I'm too old for the world.
Too old for the world.
Oh, it's crazy.
But no, we've done some really big Christmas shows. I mean, we've done New Year's, but we used to do it every year pretty much.
Yeah.
Because we were never on tour at that point, and at Christmas, and then we made it. I mean, once you got kids, Lee, but it was like we'd stopped doing any Christmas days.
Yeah.
So it's usually Christmas Eve and Boxing Day we used to do.
Yeah, that was it.
And of course, this year there's nothing because, you know. So I mean, we were asked to do New Year's possibly this year at Bartlin's, but I don't think they're doing anything.
Don't know.
It's like, have you heard? I mean, I listen to the news a lot, and there's the big 5 days of Christmas, which I think is a little bit crazy. I hope you're all being careful because, you know, but nobody has mentioned New Year's Eve.
No, they haven't. No.
It's like New Year's Eve has been cancelled this year.
Maybe. I don't like New Year's Eve anyway. I'm not a fan of it.
Well, for the last 30 years, I have gigged every New Year's Eve. I don't think I've had a single New Year's Eve where I've not been gigging.
Me neither. That's why I don't get it. I'd rather be working than I would sit there trying to wait up till 12 o'clock and go, hey.
Well, it's usually the best paid gig of the year.
It is, yeah.
But I don't think anything's happening this year, unfortunately. But I think we'd know by now if it was. But
you never know. But yes, you're probably right.
Yeah, unless there's a last minute panic. But
who knows?
God, I'd have to go over the set. We haven't done it all year.
No, I know. I went to the van to get something out of the van yesterday, and your violin and your saxophone's in there. And I thought to myself, blimey, I bet it's been ages since you play. If I asked you to play Devil Went Down to Georgia, I wonder if your fingers would remember what to do.
No, I do have a spare violin here, though.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's really rubbish, but I can practice on it. So,
have you got a spare saxophone?
No.
Oh, right. So if I said to you, right, we're going to play One Step Beyond, do you think you'd be able to play that?
Yeah, probably. The problem will be my lips because because they start failing because you really have to press down on that reed, especially with my microphone, my saxophone. It's got so many leaks in it. It needs like a really big service. And whenever I've tried to book it in between things, it's been too booked up and we've needed it for gigs. So it's only ever had little services. So it takes so much puff that saxophone. It's a really old one. And but no, it's I have to use quite hard reeds for it. And now my lips go. Right. And I start going.
You should get it serviced while it's not being used.
Yeah, I should do, but of course everything's been shut, so I don't even know if these places are open now.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good idea. I should check that out.
Oh, there you go. See?
But you'd have to probably take it because you've got it.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Maybe I can find somewhere near you.
Yeah, that'd be good. Good
plan. I'm sure everyone's really interested in that.
Let's have a private conversation while everyone's listening. That's great.
So, right, onwards. We've got quite a few questions to get through, so we better hurry up because Paul Monkhouse again. Why is it the characters in pantomimes have both the slowest and the quickest reactions?
What?
Do you know what?
I've only ever been to one.
I've hardly ever seen pantomimes.
No, I've been to one.
But I mean, all the whole thing about it's behind you, and they're going, what? So that's the slowest reactions, I suppose.
What the hell?
I've only ever been to. This was really funny. I've only ever been to one pantomime, and at the end, I don't know. I think it was Cinderella or something like that. And at the end, they brought on real horses onto the stage to pull the carriage off. Right. So every single person that was that had been acting on the stage got behind the carriage right?
Right.
And the horses pulled the carriage, and everyone followed the carriage off the stage while everybody clapped, right, at the end.
Yeah.
Except the horses on the stage decided that was just the perfect time to shit, right?
Yeah.
So they all did this massive, great big shit on the stage, and then the carriage pulled off, obviously over the top, so the shit was underneath the carriage and pulled off, and then every single person that was dressed up in whatever walked through the shit.
Oh my God.
And it was just, I just remember watching, and they're going to tread in it. Yes, they have. And so yes. While they're all waving and not
that's
looking
so
at the floor.
funny.
It was hilarious.
You'd think they'd cork them up just for the time that they're on stage, but can you imagine if they put corks in their bottoms to just to stop it happening, and the horses started really squeezing, there'd be
Might go
corks
bang.
flying.
Yeah, it might go bang. Or the horse might go bang if the cork doesn't come out. Who knows?
Horse champagne.
Yeah. Oh God. What have you thought?
Oh, that is so funny.
Yeah, there you
no,
go.
I've never, because I wasn't brought up with the whole pantomime thing and stuff. So it's
Does,
apart from
does,
I know the kind of
does,
it's behind you because we've done
It
that on stage,
Yeah.
just for a laugh.
It is behind you, Does.
What?
Have a look.
Where?
It's behind you.
What?
Okay, I'm looking. Right, we got a question from Matt Wisdom.
Hi,
Doris
Matt.
Brendel. Oh God, Doris Brendel. Who would you like to kiss under the mistletoe?
Ooh.
Name 2 famous people. That makes it easier. Do you know what? I'm not like that, because famous people, if I don't know someone, I definitely don't want to kiss them. I don't care how famous you are, because you don't. It's like you think you know me. You well, doing these podcasts helps, but you don't really know anyone till you meet them properly. Because a lot of people, they're the life and soul of the party, like on screen, and then you go around to their house. I'm not going to name any names, but you go around to their house and they're miserable kids. Absolutely miserable and rude and whiny and whingy. And you just go, what happened to the cheeky, happy person that everyone thought you were? So I don't want to kiss any fame.
What about okay? Let's go for top. If you can't name a person, then you can put an image of the person that you'd like to kiss in their mind instead. So you say, okay, well they have to have. I can tell you, right? Tell me when I'm wrong. All right, this is how well I know you. Ready? They would have long hair. Correct or not? Yeah. So this man, whoever it would be, so you can make up your own man once the Stozzle's given you the general idea of this man, right? So this man would have long hair. Would it blonde hair?
Yeah, generally blonde.
Blonde?
I tend to go for
Okay,
blondes.
long
I'm
blonde
so
hair.
shallow.
So he'd have long blonde hair, straight blonde hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, long straight blonde hair. See, I'm good at this, right? Long straight blonde hair. He'd have a tan.
No. The rest is it's eyes and
No, but he'd
bone
have
structure.
a tan on.
I'm really, really shallow. There's a certain look I go for, and it's
go on.
quite effeminate looking guys with good bone structure and slim. But that is purely aesthetic. I mean, that's
Of course
that.
it is. That's what it's
my boyfriends rarely match up to anything like that.
No, but this is like what would you like?
Okay, like if Johnny Depp with long blonde hair when he was younger. There you go.
See, there you go, Johnny Depp with
Yeah,
long
I'd give that a
blonde
snog.
hair. There you go. You see, he doesn't even exist. Johnny Depp with long
Exactly.
blonde hair. You don't want much. They
Exactly.
don't want much, do you?
No.
I want
not
Johnny
at all.
Depp, but he
This is
hasn't
why I'm
got long hair and he's
single.
not
Nobody can live up to my fantasies.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
seems that
And
way.
especially now that I'm older, because we're all older, and obviously I'm not the catch I used to be. But you get to my age, and we all look like old gits, and aesthetically, it's not great, is it? I mean, let's face it.
It is what it is. You
Guys.
can't stop it.
I'm the same. Aesthetically, it's not great anymore. Oh, lost youth. Right, Graham K.
Hi, Graham.
wants to know. Oh, sorry, I've just
How
put
are
my
you,
piece of
Graham? You
paper
all right?
right over the camera.
Merry
Graham
Christmas,
K.
Graham. Christmas.
Graham K. Who? Oh God, what is this? Is a theme. Who would you kiss under the elevated section of the M4 at Chiswick?
The elevated M4. Oh well, that'd be this. Yeah, it'd be Johnny Depp with his blonde-haired wig
No, I think this is a question for you.
For me?
Well, I just, let's share alike.
Oh, for me? Oh, that's easy. It'd be my wife, wouldn't it?
There you go. Perfect. Perfect
I'm not
answer.
stupid. I'm not gonna fall for that, Graham. I'm not getting myself in trouble. Thank you.
All right, back to Paul Moncas. What happens to reindeer poo in flight? Or do they wear nappies?
Reindeer poo in flight. I don't know, but can I just? That's just made me remember something really funny, right? So,
okay.
I went to a school fete, right, and the school fete sold reindeer food, right, that you put out for Father Christmas with reindeers on Christmas Eve. So I bought.
So reindeer poo.
No, reindeer food.
Oh, food.
Yeah, eat food.
So you're quite faint today. So yeah, reindeer food.
Yes, reindeer food, right? So I bought some reindeer food.
Yeah.
Right. And I took it home with me, and on Christmas Eve, my children wanted to put it out on the table, right? So for the reindeers when they come down, right? So we went outside and we put all the reindeer food, and when we took the reindeer food out, it was basically glitter, sparkly stuff mixed with loads of sparkly stuff mixed with porridge oats and Wheatos, like cereal, right?
Right.
In a big bag. So we tipped it all out over the table. Anyway, and I came downstairs in the morning and went,
I so know what is coming now.
The reindeer food's all gone. All of it's gone. I was like, blimey, it either must be really windy in the night or something's eating it anyway. So I thought, that saves me having to clear it up. It's all gone. So the kids came down and went, oh, look, the reindeer's come down and eaten all the stuff. And I went, yeah, it's great. Anyway, so I didn't think anything else.
How guilty was the dog?
I didn't think anything else about this so far, right? Except for I then let the dog out in the morning, right? The dog went out, right? And then I thought to myself, I better go down the garden and do the chickens. So I got halfway down the garden. I thought to myself, must clean up the dog poo. So I got the dog poo thing that you clean up the dog poo with off the lawn, and as I walked to the lawn, the dog had eaten the reindeer food as predicted, right, where we let the dog out last night. It went, oh, I'll eat all that, and it just hoovered up all the glittery stuff. But this was the best bit, is that on Christmas Day, when you go and collect poo, if you've got a dog from your garden, it's glittery. It all comes out all glittery. I had Christmas poo that I had to clear up on Christmas Day. There's nothing better than clearing up Christmas poo on Christmas Day from your dog. I was pissing myself laughing at it.
So,
where it eaten
all the glitter. You know the saying, you can't polish a turd, but you can roll it in glitter.
That's exactly what it did. It rolled its poo in glitter for me for Christmas Day. So, thanks, dog. It was great.
Amazing.
It was great.
That is amazing.
There you go. Right. Anyway, sorry, back to the question. That wasn't really what it was, but it popped into my mind. Carry on.
Reindeer poo. I think they just poo in flight because, I mean, they're not going to feel guilty as to where it lands.
No. It's a bit like being on a plane. When you flush the toilet on the plane, does it actually really come out off on the plane? Does it come out the bottom of the plane?
I think it only comes out over water or something like that. You know, they eject it over water.
Yeah, but what if you're a fisherman? Just happen to be, you know, on your little fishing boat, busy catching you're being good for the environment. You're doing your line caught fish, and all of a sudden, 50 tons of shit comes down over the top of you.
No, I'd love to see that. I would love to see that.
You're so horrible.
That would be so funny.
I've never heard a fisherman's story of that, so I don't think it's true.
Do you know what? We're 3/4 of the way through our podcast, and we've still got loads of questions.
Oh no! Quick then, let's do a quick fire round. How many questions have we got?
Got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
Okay, right. The next 4 questions are going to be a quick fire round, so you have to say them right. You can only say a 1-word answer. If are there any questions?
Well, we don't. We still got a bit of time, but we just have to be conscious. So,
all right. Let's
how does Father Christmas get in if you don't have a chimney? Lockpicks.
With a travelling person.
He's got lockpicks.
Has he?
Yeah. Oh, he's real quick.
I reckon he's a burglar. I reckon he can't be Father Christmas all year. So he does Father Christmas stuff on that one day, and the rest of the time he comes around and breaks in your house and steals stuff.
No, you know what he does? He steals from one house and then he quickly wraps it and then delivers it to the next house, steals something, and just carries on like that. Yeah.
But what happens if you if you stole something, yeah, but you've got to remember what you're stealing. That's the trouble. Otherwise, you might end up popping it back in there by accident, and you get the same thing back. You go,
Well, no, because you drop off the present, then you steal something, wrap it, and go to the next house. Drop that off, steal something, wrap it.
If that's true, on Christmas Day, I'm going to knock on my next door neighbour's house and say to him, "Have you got anything that got stolen from my house?" And if he says yes, number one, I'm going to blame him. I'm going to think that he stole it. So then there's going to be a massive fight, and me saying to him, you're the burglar, then I'm going to phone the police. It's going to end in carnage, does.
But I think that Father Christmas is really good at spotting the stuff that hasn't been used for 20 years. I think he goes straight for the cupboard that is a bit dusty.
Yeah, but who gets 20-year-old presents?
I don't know, antiques and stuff.
Imagine you just bought yourself a brand new lawnmower. Father Christmas comes round, nicks your lawnmower and gives it to the bloke next door. On Christmas Day, you get up, not in this country that it's like lawnmower weather, but if it was, you get up and you go, "All right, John," over the fence, and he goes, "Look what I got," and he's got your lawnmower. You go.
No, but he's going to go, "I got it for Christmas."
Exactly. I got it for Christmas, and I'm going to say to him, "Yeah, it's been mine. That's why it got stolen out my shed yesterday. Now give it back." And he's going to say, "No, honestly, Father Christmas gave it to me." It's just, Father Christmas, right, will get himself into so much trouble. Everyone will hate him if that happens.
Yeah. No, it's true. Right, another
It's
question.
true.
Mark, question from Mark
True.
Peakey. What does Santa Claus do the other 364 days of the year?
I just answered that. He's a burglar.
No, I think he just gets pissed.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I think he's
absolutely.
that's why he's
slaughtered.
got such ruddy cheeks and a bit of a red nose. It's not the cold.
Oh, I think no. I think he's too pristine. If you get drunk, if you're going to get drunk a lot, his beard would not be that white.
Now he's got loads of helpers.
What, to get drunk?
And they just tidy him up for the day. Yeah, they tidy him up for the day. Yeah, they said, bring him booze for the rest of the year, and then they go, right, it's your one day of sobriety coming up. Ugh, okay. And they tidy him up and they trim his beard and stop him looking like a wino, get the red suit out of the closet, get the reindeers ready and go, off you go.
No chance.
No,
Don't believe that either. No, I can't see it. He's a burglar. No, he's definitely a burglar.
he's a burglar.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go, Mark. Apparently he's a burglar.
Yep,
So that's why he's got so much stuff.
that's right.
David Durant would like to know. There's a real poo thread here. If Santa's reindeer poo on your roof, will your gutters get blocked? See, I reckon the reindeer poo is a little bit too big, and I don't know. I imagine it to be round, so I think it would just kind of bounce off the roof like a poo avalanche.
We need to. I know what you're saying, but there's a little bit of a problem here, and that is I don't know what reindeer poo looks like. Is it a pellet?
No, I'm guessing.
Is it a pellet? Google it, please. Is it a pellet or is it a?
Do I have to? Okay.
Or is it a
What
splat? Is it like a pat, a cow pat, but a reindeer pat, or is it a pellet?
Reindeer poo.
This is very important.
Like, okay. What does reindeer poop? Okay, sorry, poop. Deer ruminate, so their droppings don't have any.
Droppings.
Hang on. The droppings are oval shaped, with
Right.
one end pointed
Right.
and the other end indented or flat. Yeah, we know what that is, don't we? They're usually in clusters and can be found along paths. So yeah, they're kind of pellets.
So it's like rabbit droppings, by the sound of it. It's not one
Little
big.
bit, yeah.
Right. Well, then it won't. Block
But bigger.
Yeah, yeah,
bigger.
yeah, but it won't block you. Well, it's not going to block your gutter in. Then it's not one great big turd. It's like lots of little pellets. So
Yeah.
that's,
So yeah, they would just cascade
they'd bounce down.
off your roof.
Yeah, they'd bounce down your roof. In fact, they probably wouldn't hit your gutter because they'd probably just bounce down and jump over the top of the gutter.
Exactly, that's what I think. Like I say, like a little avalanche.
That's it. So you
Very nice.
you didn't even need to Google
Poo
that. You had
avalanche.
it. You had it already.
See, this programme is great. You get to know everything about poo you could ever want to know.
Yeah, I can't believe that the Christmas Eve version's turned into quite a shit fest. To be fair. Go on then. What are we doing now?
Okay, right, Ian Anderson. Right, this is a.
Hi, Ian.
Okay, this is a. This came in by email as well.
Yeah.
It's quite lengthy. Hang on. If you look at the 12 Days of Christmas song,
Yeah.
it's not quite right for 2020. You couldn't have 9 ladies leaping or 10 lords a leaping, not while we're in tier 2. And anything under 6 is an animal. And he does... my question is, what would you replace them with? Maybe it could be more realistic gift ideas. I mean, if you said, Ian, you've been a great fan this year. You've bought my puzzle box edition of Mass Hysteria, so I've bought you 4 calling birds. I'm not sure I'd be impressed. But if it was 4 bottles of Jack Daniels, I'd be very impressed. I think somebody's fishing for some
Christmas presents.
Christmas presents. If I bought all my fans 4 bottles of Jack Daniels, I would have to file for bankruptcy.
I think, yeah. I don't think you'd make it to Christmas Day. I think it'll be all over.
No. I mean, just the post alone would be prohibitive. I would blow everyone a kiss.
Oh, that's nice. I'll tell you what, there you go. You could kiss all of your fans under the
This is
mistletoe.
for everyone who's bought any of my albums. Here you go. This is for you. Just for you, okay? There you go. I've blown everyone a kiss. I know it's not a bottle of Jack Daniels, but I hope it'll do. I hope it'll do for now.
It'll do, won't it? It'll do the job.
What are you going to get? See, I've given my present. What are you going to give him?
Oh, my personality, of course. There's nothing to say, you know.
Got a big head then? No.
They've had it all year. You know, what more do you want from me? I know, I've just given you my soul. I've cheered you up. I make the music that you love. What more could you want? You know, but no, that's not good enough. You want some Jack Daniels? Is that what it is? Well, stuff you.
Well, so we haven't got time to go through all 12 days, but I'm going to replace every single day with a kiss. I think, and the last one a hug, a virtual one, obviously, because we're in tier 2. But I'm going to make it nice and easy that way.
That's nice. I think everyone will appreciate that.
I think it's nice.
We're up to. You do realise we're up to our 12th podcast by the time we get here.
Well, this is the kind of Christmas special, so it doesn't. This is kind of. No, this is 11. This is number 11.
Yeah, but by the time... Oh, right, I see. Yeah, no, that's a shame. We could have nearly had the 12 podcasts of Christmas.
Oh. But we will be recording another one for the usual podcast as well. So that will then be the 12th one.
But before Christmas. So this one, there will be 12 before Christmas.
Well, including this one. No, not before Christmas. Number 12 will come out on the 29th, I think.
Oh, well, that's still over Christmas. There you go. That's what
Well, it'll still be last one this year.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's what my gift is to you. It's the 12 podcasts of Christmas. You can listen to all the podcasts, one every day up until Christmas. There you go. And during the Christmas period to the 29th. And then we'll do a New Year one.
Oh, you know what's really funny? I have a solicitor. I emailed my solicitor to wish him a Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And he replied, and he's been listening to our podcast.
What?
So if you're listening to this, Tim, hello.
Oh, hi, Tim. Nice to meet you.
What the hell?
There you go.
So Graham Kay would like to know. Oh, sorry, I keep covering my camera with my piece of paper. So unprofessional.
No idea.
Graham would say, never mind Santa's little helpers. If you discovered a colony of tiny Dorises living in the undergrowth at the bottom of your garden, how would you make use of their talents, assuming they were keen to serve you as their queen? Have you been drinking again there, Graham?
Oh, my God, that was in depth. That was a... Blimey, I'd hate to be inside your brain, Graham.
I know. A colony of tiny Dorises living in the undergrowth at the bottom of your garden. How would you... Wow, I would immediately... Well, if they were really tiny, they would probably have much higher voices and they could hit all the notes that I can't hit.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'd get them straight in the studio singing all the really high stuff.
Right.
And also I'd get them to sort out my weeds.
Oh, so yeah, I get you.
Weeds in my garden, yeah.
I get you.
Definitely.
So I'd just I'd just get rid of them. I'd I would not have a colony of Dorises in my garden.
Well, instead of weed killer, you'd have the Doris killer.
There's only one Doris in the world. I do not need another 50,000 of them. All right.
Can you imagine?
I know. That's what I mean. I don't want a colony of small Dorises because number one, you could say to them, "Could you just do the gardening?" And they'd probably say, "No, I want to be a famous musician." And you go, "Yeah, but I've already got one that does that. Can't you just do the gardening?" And they'd say no. And then before you know, you've got 150,000 Dorises being musicians and not doing the gardening.
I'd get them doing all the delivery envelopes and delivery notes and stuff.
Yeah, I can see you could actually. Yeah, see, this is worrying me already that you'd much rather keep them rather than get rid of them. The Doris,
it depends how many there are.
The Dori,
I mean,
there'd be the Dori. The Dori Empire.
Yeah, the Dori.
Yeah, the Dori Empire would begin right there. That would be the end of the world. It wouldn't be AI that killed off the planet. It would be Dori. The Dori.
I'd get one on the stock market. I'd get one. Yeah. Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah,
here.
so you're giving me ideas now.
No, stop. Stop. Stop.
But then Lee would come around with his big extermination gun.
I would. I reckon I'd make loads of money as well with people saying, "I've got Dori in my garden." I said, "Don't worry, don't worry, I'm coming round. I've got boiling water. It's fine."
Dori exterminator.
Yes, the Dori extermination business. It's going to be a massive thing for me. I'm going to be this time next year. I'm going to be a millionaire for my Dori extermination business. Who needs to be a musician anyway? I can just be Dori extermination. It's perfect.
No, you could train up some Dori to be hitmen. Well, hit women.
Could you really trust a Dori to kill Dori? That's a film on its own.
Yeah, no. You just train them up as in the elite force, the elite Dori.
Oh, it's like feeding chicken to chickens.
You know, and you just let them loose in people's gardens, and it'd be like war games. You know.
I'm not sure about that. You're just waiting for them to turn on you.
I don't, yeah, but they're quite little, so you can always stamp on them if they go rogue.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, no, I'd do that. Why not?
No,
Okay, we have 2 questions left. We've got oh, God, stop doing that. John Payne.
Hi, John.
If I'm good at being naughty, which list do I go on, Santa? Well, I'm not Santa, so obviously I can't really answer that for you, John.
Well, it's naughty or nice, not naughty or good. Want to find out if you're naughty or nice?
I think that means you're not getting anything this Christmas, John.
No, pretty much. I think John's been particularly poor, particularly bad. I think he's blown all his chances. I think just asking that question, Father Christmas has just gone, "Oh, I'm sorry, mate. I'll just cross that off. You're gone."
Leave Santa a glass of port, right? Because he's dying for a drink.
Yeah, don't forget.
By the time he gets to your house, so
he will be.
That probably swing it.
You must do it with a decent meal, though. Apparently. Have to put a decent meal out, otherwise he can't have it.
He only wants the port. He only wants the port. Just give him a glass of port. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Santa doesn't care.
He's not allowed to drink it. It's not before 6.
Right, we have one final question from Alzor Rudanian. Now, I know that's not his real name. He's in America.
Right.
But I won't say he obviously likes being incognito.
Yes.
He says, how many items did my true love give to me for the 12 days of Christmas in total? Good God. I'm not going to work that out. This isn't maths. This isn't a maths show.
Oh, I had this in a Christmas quiz last year.
Did you?
I did, yeah. And I can't remember what the answer was, but I do remember how to work it out. But like you say, I don't think we've got time. At least in my little brain, anyway.
No, I mean, Googling it would be cheating because all the listeners can Google it for themselves. I mean,
they can hear you tapping anyway. You can't say, "I'm not
No,
Googling it."
I started and then I thought, you know what, that's a really long question.
You can't even bother to type the question.
Can't be bothered to type in. Did my true love give to me? The answer is loads.
A partridge.
Loads.
There we go.
Loads of different stuff.
Loads of stuff that you never wanted.
Yeah, the true love had so much stuff to unwrap. She had this massive big pile of wrapping paper.
Ooh.
And she thought she'd turn it into a fairy tale and make it into a bed.
Ah, that's interesting.
They had a pee in it and she couldn't sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
That must have been awful.
So there you go. That's what happened to his true love. And they ended up breaking up over it.
I'm not surprised. I mean, having a wee bed's not good, is it?
After all those presents. So it just goes to show, too many presents is too much of a good thing. You know, less is better, just make them really good ones.
There you go.
And plenty of chocolate. You can't go wrong.
Chocolate, that's true. Talking about wrapping paper, here's a little tip for you. Be careful what wrapping paper you buy because some of it's not recyclable. There you go.
I've not bought any wrapping paper at all. I've still got bits left over. I keep stuff. And occasionally it gets used. So your present, that wrapping paper was already.
That's what I was just about to say next, is that if you unwrap your presents, instead of going mental, if you unwrap your presents nicely, you can keep the wrapping paper that you got and use it next year, which is basically what Doz has done, and that's what we did as well. Which means that your paper is recyclable because you've upcycled instead of recycled, which is awesome.
Well, I don't get many wrap presents, so there's not much for me to recycle. But I can't remember the last time I bought any because there's always some left over. And also because I give to a few charities, for some reason they always send some wrapping paper, like with their logo on and stuff.
Yeah.
So I get a bit of that, and I keep it all. So when I do actually get to wrap something, I've always got something there.
There you go. See, that's really helpful. It helps the planet. You're saving gorillas and dolphins and polar bears and stuff just by not wasting. That's all it is. Oh, someone bought. So Ocado delivered someone's present to my house. So they ordered a load of Christmas stuff and a load of presents in their order. And they left it outside my house. So I phoned them up and said to them, so you've just delivered a load of stuff to me, and they hung up on me.
No.
Yeah, I did.
No.
Yeah, they said, I'm sorry, I haven't got time to talk to you, I'm too busy. I went, all right, fine, I tried. That's it. So now I've got someone's load of all of their presents and deliveries is now at my house. So I said, as soon as they put the phone down, I went, right, well, that lot's mine then. Not necessarily.
Did you send them an email? Or because, somebody is probably tearing their hair out going, where's my stuff?
Well, they're going to have to take it up with them and they'll have to send out another lot, won't they? It's not. What am I going to do? I tried to give it back to them and they said, no, I haven't got time, I don't want to know. So I was like, right, well, that's the end of that. So anyway, going through it yesterday, I was surprised. Obviously, I didn't buy this, but I was surprised. So they bought those, at Christmas time or birthdays, you get those bags that are sort of made of cardboard, and you can put drinks in them, or they're like little gift bags.
Okay.
Have you ever seen those? Well, they were all Christmas ones of those with some other presents and bits and pieces, right? But what got me was that each one of these bags, Christmas bags with reindeers on or birds or whatever was on each bag, was wrapped in a big piece of plastic. And I was like, oh my God, why do you need to wrap that in plastic? Some of the stuff that gets wrapped in plastic is crazy. But I don't actually buy stuff that's got anything plastic on it. I try not to buy stuff with plastic on it, especially if I can actually see it. Because obviously sometimes you get it through and you go, well, it's got a load of plastic on it, you can't help it. But if you perusing something, let's say I was going to buy some biscuits. If some of the biscuits were in a cardboard box and some of the biscuits were in plastic wrapping, I'd actually buy the ones in the cardboard box on purpose to save the gorillas, or dolphins or whatever.
Yeah, I think it depends. If people order from me, if it's like to America or, abroad, I tend to wrap it more because it gets knocked about more.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? But if it's in the UK, I will. It's not that I take less care, but it's just less likely for things to go wrong.
Yeah.
And because it's so expensive to send stuff abroad, I don't want to.
You don't want it coming back, do you?
Exactly. So I kind of understand it to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Because if anything goes wrong, it's out of your pocket, not anyone else's.
It's true.
But anyway, listen, we've come to the end of our show. And it just remains for me to wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
And if I know it's a bit of a funny old year. And it might not be the same as what you usually have or what you'd like to have. But especially if you're on your own, I hope we've managed to keep you company just a little bit. and just enjoy it, whatever. Just watch some good telly and eat some nice food, and we hope you have a really, really great time.
Yes, have a lovely Christmas, everyone. Good luck for a better new year, a better year than this one. And keep yourself safe and do what you need to do. But if the gigs come back, remember, every musician out there needs your help. So make sure you get yourself to a show, and try and make sure that you don't go to the the Genesis reunion, because I'm sure that they really need your money. Make sure you go to the smaller bands as well, because they're definitely going to need your help. So. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, and thank you all for the support. And thank you to everyone who ordered the acoustic album.
Yes, thanks everyone.
It's all enormously appreciated. Have a fantastic Christmas. And we'll be back with the usual Tuesday podcast, not video this time, and hopefully see you there.
Indeed. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Merry Christmas. Bye. Bye.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas to everybody.
The Upside Down World Podcast.